So you're thinking about moving to Mississippi and wondering just how Mississippi stacks up among other cities in the United States as far as crime is concerned. Well, today we're going to explore the 8 cities that's top rated in crime and see where Ocean Springs fits into the mix. So let's take a look. This is Chester Harvey with Chester Harvey Realtors. And every day I'm getting calls from folks just like you who want to sell their house, put their house on the market for rental, or either buy a new house in Ocean Springs. So if you want to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on, why not subscribe to my channel, touch that notification bell, and you'll be on the cutting edge of what's going on in the market in Ocean Springs. So let's take a look at the 8 top cities in the state of Mississippi as far as crime is concerned. The FBI estimates the U.S. violent crime rate is about 359 incidents per 100,000 folks. That includes homicide, robbery, and aggravated assault. Property crime nationwide sits around 1,750 per 100,000 residents. But U.S. homicides, defined as murder or non-negligent manslaughter, are approximately 5 in 100,000 residents as of 2024. Number 1, Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson is the largest city in Mississippi with over 200,000 residents, and as you would expect, it would have a much higher crime rate with the higher population. The Jackson homicide rate is higher than the national average, with about 78 homicides per year per 100,000. Violent crime in Jackson is also significantly above the national average, historically among the highest in Mississippi. Property crime in Jackson also exceeds the national average, reflecting a higher number of burglaries, thefts, and vehicle thefts when adjusted for the population as compared to other cities. Number 2 is Gulfport, Mississippi, which is down. Gulfport is an economic hub with distinct crime trends. In statewide ranking, Gulfport often appears mid to high in property crime rate among Mississippi cities. The key point is that Gulfport isn't at the extreme like Jackson with violent crime, but it still places noticeably higher in other crimes and overall crimes. Number 3 is Hattiesburg, Mississippi, which also has one of the largest universities in the state of Mississippi, University of Southern Mississippi. Hattiesburg ranks among the highest in land-based crime rates for Mississippi. Could be because of the university. I don't know. That's just a thought. The number of property offenses rates higher than most comparable cities in the United States. Burglary is a considerably noticeable concern with one of the highest rates in the state. The key point for Hattiesburg is Hattiesburg sees elevated property crime, frequently outpassing many of the cities in the United States of comparable size. Number 5 is Tupelo in the northern part of the state. Tupelo often ranks high in burglary cases compared to most in the state, and property crime, including theft and vehicle theft, is above the national average. Violent crime, including homicide, tends to be closer to like the average within the state. The key point here is Tupelo's property and burglaries are in most significant crime concerns. Number 6 is Southaven, which is absolutely all the way to the top boundary of Mississippi, right close to Memphis. They're almost like combining cities. Southaven's total crime and theft rates are mid-range in the whole state of Mississippi, not the highest, but still above national averages. Burglary and theft occur at a steady pace, even if violent crime is somewhat lower than the rest of the state. The key point here is that Southaven posts moderate crime figures, higher than national averages, but typically below the Mississippi trends. Number 7 is Pascagoula, Mississippi. Pascagoula is located in the southeast section of Mississippi and houses a lot of industry, including the Chevron oil refinery and the English Shipbuilding Corporation. It's recently ranked at or near the top of crime and property rates in the state, with a population of under 100,000 residents. As far as property theft is concerned, including burglary and larceny theft, it is particularly pronounced in Pascagoula. Violent crime and homicide are particularly high in this area as well. The key point in Pascagoula is that Pascagoula's crime profile is one of the highest in the state, particularly with property offenses. And finally, on number 8 is Vicksburg, Mississippi. Vicksburg is located in the Midwest section of the state, and it's of course famous for the Battle of Vicksburg and the Confederate National Cemetery. Vicksburg traditionally sits in the top Mississippi cities with total crime and property crimes in cities under 100,000, and violent crime and burglary are common in both residential and commercial areas. The key point is, like Pascagoula and Hattiesburg, crime rates in Vicksburg outpace that in the rest of the United States. Where does Ocean Springs rank in crime with the other 8 cities? Well, violent crime is only around 98 per 100,000 residents, much lower than the state average, and well below Jackson, that's for sure. As far as property crimes are concerned, approximately 2,250 per 100,000, driven mainly by larceny, theft, and burglary. In conclusion, Ocean Springs is one of the safest cities in the state of Mississippi as compared to some of the larger cities like Jackson and Hattiesburg and Southaven.